right? All of this is Eden, right? That'll be his garden in Eden. And I say this because when you go to Genesis 2:10, it says, a river went out of Eden to water the garden. It went out of Eden to water the garden. Okay? Now, also, when I speak on Eden, Eden is, its definition is a place of bliss. I believe a paradise. I had this all written down. Let me make sure I get to my notes correctly. A place of paradise. So when you're talking about the Garden of Eden, or Eden, period, this is the context I pull from it. Eden should be your kingdom. So your Eden should be where your water comes from to water your garden. It should have a river to water your garden, right? Where's that at? Okay. Eden is delight or pleasure or a state of bliss, paradise, right? So what you will be learning from Yahweh, because I had to look over and over again. I've been looking at this long enough to know that, hey, there's certain things that happen within the garden, right? There will be 3 things that you do within the garden, but the garden isn't Eden. Eden should be the kingdom, right? That the garden, I think, perhaps serves. So whenever I say Eden, Eden would be Jesus' kingdom, right? That would be his kingdom watering that garden. That's his Eden. Barbelo, because he will be source, right? Barbelo will be source as well. So her garden, her Eden would be watering the garden of the host universe, which would be the multiverse, right? Like, I hope that makes sense. But it's the kingdom of it. And you have to understand there's different kingdoms, and it says it all up and through it. There's different kingdoms. So Jesus is your source. That's of his kingdom. Barbelo is of the same source. That's her kingdom. I mean, she has her own same kingdom. But if you're of the same agenda, you should have the same principles. It should have the same way of being, right? If you are a kingdom of light, you should have the same stuff. It should apply across the board, right? As I get into it, I'll find out that, differs or whatever the case may be, but it should apply across the board. And then the same thing will go for, kingdom of darkness. They would have their way of doing things. They would have their principles and stuff like that. Literally, your kingdom it all should run together. That's why I say, no matter how this is seen, no matter how this is done, his kingdom, and you can look at his body of Christ. His body of Christ is of light, which means it should have the same principles as a kingdom of light. Barbelo is a kingdom of light. That doesn't mean it's going to look the same